My name is Dennis Godfrey. I'm here with my two boys, Dennis and Logan. During this time, we just wanted to come and give you a word of encouragement. It's been a great time as a family. We got to spend a lot more time together, haven't we?
Yeah, it was amazing, except for me sitting in my room the whole time.
Yes, the young teenager here wants to spend most of the time in his room. But we've been eating dinner together a lot more. We've been having opportunities to do that. Of course, me and the boys here, we're at home all day because I'm working from home. So luckily, my job allows me to work from home. So I have a computer set up. Dennis was homeschooled already, right? So he's at home and just continuing what he's been doing. He works fast, so it even gave him kind of a break. He hasn't been working as much. Logan used to be homeschooled. How are you adjusting coming back to home?
It's a lot easier to focus, kind of. Because they don't have all those distractions of people making so many noises and talking and...
So we used to use books that are called Paces, and he did that at home and he did it at school, and so coming home was a fairly easy transition, so I've just been doing that. But my wife, Lisa, she's considered essential.
So, she gets to work with all the grocery store people.
That's right, that's right. She works for Faith Assembly of God, so she's been going in every day and working in the office, and she works in the kids department, so it's been great that they've been able to make so much content for kids at home, for parents who need stuff like that. They've been doing challenges. So I just highly recommend, if you have kids and sometimes you're trying to figure out what to do, go to the Faith Kids Way Orlando Facebook page or Instagram, and they are posting stuff every day, Bible verses, videos on training, different tasks that you can do, games to play with the family. So I just highly recommend that.
I like games.
You like games? Yeah. Do you miss the games that you used to play with Mainstream?
Yes, I do. I like the rock, paper, scissors, board game type thing.
So what is one of the things that you boys, Logan, you go first, have missed the most since we've kind of been in quarantine?
Helping out in the kids theater on Sundays, giving church. You stole my answer, Logan. Except I work in a different theater, so I guess it's kind of different. But if I had to pick something else, it would be fine arts practice.
Right, but you still get to do fine arts.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good. So he started doing some conference calls and Zoom calls with one of his trainers, because you're gonna do
solo rap.
Solo rap.
Play the beat.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Just don't ask him to dance.
Yeah, that's me.
I've really enjoyed different opportunities, and that so many different ministries are making digital content. It has made learning and growing a lot easier. So much more to watch, which I enjoy. Different Zoom calls, different training, webinars. A lot of that stuff is going on. And I, personally, right, I volunteer for my church, and I'm a Royal Ranger commander, normally lead on Wednesdays in the kids department. I'm part of Royal Rangers, and I've got to make a video and do some training stuff for Kids Way, and then also to send to my students. But I also work in the media section of One Love. So that is what I like to do, which is why consuming all this stuff and seeing so many people just get out there and make stuff has just been such a blessing. And it's great to see the process, the creative process that people are going through and getting out there. And I think it's an underdeveloped opportunity that a lot of ministries are now seeing, that in times like this, right, that there can be a lot of impact. So I got another question for you guys. What is one thing that maybe you took for granted previously that now you really will appreciate more after quarantine? Dennis, you go first.
Toilet paper.
Took toilet paper for granted, but we haven't ran out of toilet paper.
Yeah, but pretty soon we're gonna need to have a fight to the death because of toilet paper.
So, what do you take for granted, or what did you take for granted that you don't think you will take for granted now?
The ability to play with my friends at school during break and dismissal.
So maybe like in the future when you have a choice to go outside and play with friends or sit inside and play a video game, you think you might choose to go outside more often?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Don't get any ideas.
I also took for granted meeting other people, seeing people at church, having groups. And, for instance, I'm in part of God in the 12 Steps, and we meet on Mondays and Fridays at the church, right? And it's for people that have issues with addictions. But what is great, we've been able to continue that by meeting online. So we meet actually on GoToMeeting. We have a meeting, we put it out on our Facebook page, Got in the 12 Steps. And so people that are still struggling with that can still come to meetings and meet, and we do topical teachings and learn and gather and be able to talk to each other and encourage each other. So that's just a great thing that I just encourage everybody out there that you can still commit to meeting with people, to meeting with groups, meeting with one-on-ones, talking to your kids more since they're here. And I also want to just encourage dads and men that this is such a great time to integrate training with your family, whether that be Bible studies, whether that would be working one-on-one with kids, and don't be afraid to get in there with school. I know that a lot of times schooling type tasks end up with the mothers, but we're perfectly capable to train our children and should help in all things around the house in this time, and all the time, not just this time. I know that I'm helping out a lot, but even as a father, as the priest of this house, I have not always done a good job and doing Bible studies and stuff. So I know we did some today. We started, and we kind of did it independently, but we're doing the same one as we're doing the 7 days until Easter, the Walking Out Jesus' Life. But we've done some different Bible studies and reading the Bible, taking time to do that. And if you feel that you're not even capable to teach your family, I just encourage that maybe just right now is a great time that you can at least gather them, whether that's watch a devotional online. There's lots of stuff online that you can watch together. Just be there and pray with your kids, be an example and pray, right? And so that way the kids can learn to pray. If they don't hear you pray, then they're not gonna do that. And we don't need just the mothers doing it, right? The fathers need to do it, be examples for their boys and their daughters to see what a man of God does, right? And so with that, I just encourage you, keep your hopes up. God's got it, lean on God, and He will get you through. You have anything else to say, boys?
No, not really.
And we are one love.
Bye.
What was that noise?
Dog.
That's the dog. Okay. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, what are we gonna say? And we are one love. Okay. And we are one love. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
not so sure about him though.
Yeah, I know. You ready? Look at the camera, middle camera. 1, 2, 3.
And we are one love.